Hello guys, welcome back, and I'm going to be continuing my multiplayer series on early age Pelagia. So I've played up to turn 10 so far, and I think turn 11 just rolled over today, so I'll be updating that live at the end of this video. Let's go through the first 10 turns in this game, and I'll warn you now that really not much happened, and you can see why in a second. One thing I sadly discovered, this is where I started in this kind of pond here, and you can see that if I go north, there's actually no way to get out of this area through sea only. And that's kind of a problem for Pelagia, which is really focused on aquatic only units and commanders. So early game especially, it's almost impossible to get most of my units out of this little pond. So you can see going north here to storms, and then the only ways out are through the land province of Windsung Forest or the other land province of Ansia. And apparently this huge bay is considered a river, and I can't actually pass over it to the Typhon Sea. So I can't go north. Going south is the same. All these islands block the way, so these are all land as well. And that's several more provinces to get out. So basically I'm stuck in this 1, 2, 3 tile long pond. And I'll tell you now that this really messed up my game a lot. If I would have known this, obviously, I probably would have not even bothered taking the Bless I did. I probably would have just taken a Mage Bless and focused more on scales to get a lot of production, a lot of units out. But, you know, I'm kind of stuck with this now. This is my God Disney's Wish. 7 Astral, 7 Earth. And I'll show you quickly my Bless. My Bless is some nature protection, magic resistance, a strength bonus. And then I believe the last one was just a protection bonus, the natural protection. Yeah, that was what it said. Sorry, I missed it. Yeah, +5 natural protection. So it would be pretty decent for my sacreds, but since my sacreds can't actually go anywhere outside of here, my sacreds are totally aquatic only, and they're never ever going to leave this pond. So that pretty much makes them completely useless. Well, not much to say. I attacked the storms here, and here you can see on turn 3, there was the battle in the storms, and it went pretty well, but this is against Shark Tribe, and they're pretty brutal. You can see I did lose a fair bit of units. Almost all of these Turtle Tribe Tritons, at least half of them died. So that kind of sucks to lose a big force. At least Pelagia, the starting army is not too bad. They do start with a few cavalry, which is really nice. You can see I don't really have much problem with these two. There you go. You can see I don't have too much problem with these 2 lake provinces. This one I clean up pretty well. The Amber Tribe, the Amber Clan, are a little bit more difficult. Berserker Shark Tribe are also quite difficult too. You can see I can't go to Windsung Forest. I can't get out of here. I only send my my scout out of here to go investigate the Northern Ocean. And I can't even move these guys anywhere, so I lose 1 turn of expansion. Turn 4 is literally just me moving back to my capital so I can attack Faraway Sea. So I think I'm going to actually skip turn 4 in terms of the review, because really nothing happens. I just have to march back all the way down south because there's literally nowhere else I can go from here. All these provinces around storms are land provinces, and this army is entirely aquatic. So you could see the predicament I'm in. I lost so many turns of expansion. I think even on turn 11, I have a territory of maybe 6 provinces or 7 provinces. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I must have about 5 or 6 by turn 11, I believe. We'll see in a minute. I can't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I don't have very many. Well, let's go on to turn 5. I'm going to skip turn 4 because, like I said, it's just literally this army moving back to Pelagia and nothing else happening. Okay, you can see, as I said, I skipped turn 4 because literally it was just moving the army backwards again. And here I'm attacking the Coral Clan in Faraway Sea, and you can see it went quite well. Let's actually take a look at that battle. I did lose a lot of units here as well. Sorry, not Coral Clan, but Amber Clan and Shark Tribe are both really difficult indies. I was able to beat both of them, and I think that's just because Pelagia is quite a good nation in general. Their early game army is quite good, and the Triton Riders plus the Pearl Guards really carry the day. The other units are just kind of chaffy crap that's just there to die, basically. Let's see this battle as well. And you can see, like I said, the Triton Riders are really excellent. All the generic Triton just run away. But the Pearl Guards hold on, and the Riders hold on, and that's what kind of carries it here. I probably would have lost if I didn't have these Pearl Guards and these Riders here. They're just so good. They really are good underwater. Pelagia really does dominate in the ocean if they can actually get into the ocean. So that's the 3 lake provinces, and you can see I'm basically just stuck here. And for several turns, really not much happens. I do expand a little bit onto land, but I have to build up a huge force of Turtle Tribe to actually get on land. You can see what some of my units are doing. I'm actually trying to summon a large number. I'm actually trying to summon a good amount of these algae men. I'm trying to build up a force of algae men to support the Turtle Tribe. Algae men, as I mentioned in my previous video, are really good expanders for Pelagia in the early game. It's really easy for you to get them. They're only 1 gem, and they only need 1 nature to cast, which is easy for you to get. So it's really quick to spam them and build up a fairly decent force of these tough, mindless units. So I'm going to use those to help me get on land, because just Turtle Tribe alone really has a hard time dealing with even generic indies. But let's go ahead to the next turn. And here's turn 6. Again, nothing much happening, just moving my army forward. This army is basically going to be doing nothing for the rest of the game. I have another army built up. You can see here a small force of algaemen and a fairly decent force of Turtle Tribe. This should be more than enough to take out a small indie province here. So I'm going to try to expand in this little area here. I'm not too successful. I'm able to take this province, but not much else. And then going north as well. One thing I was doing, I don't remember if this was the turn that I had sent a message to Calum. I'd sent a message to Calum either this turn or last turn to hopefully ask him if he could save this province Windsong Forest for me. I really need this one to get out in the open ocean. There's really only 2 options to the north, Windsong Forest and Ansia. And you can see Ansia is just full of nasty, nasty indies. Heavy cavalry, light cavalry, tons of cavalry. That's going to be really difficult for just my shitty Turtle Tribe to deal with. Windsong Forest is only a couple light infantry and archers, militia. That's much easier to deal with. If I can just take that 1 province, that at least gives me a gateway out to the open ocean. Once I get to Typhon Sea or Lake Eternal or any of these provinces, I can start expanding around. And this turn is also the first turn where I encountered Therados. And one thing I discovered that's very strange is that Therados seems to also be having a really difficult time. You can see here, this is Therados' capital. He has 1 province, and I believe as I expand, he barely has any more provinces than I do, despite the fact that he's in the deep ocean. I think because Therados has been nerfed so hard over the past many updates, even since Dominions 5. Dominions 5, they're quite powerful, but then they got nerfed and nerfed and nerfed again and again and again, until they're fairly weak now and kind of suffer in the water. So I think he's been having a difficult time with the indies. You can see, even though I was able to beat these indies, that's because early age Pelagia is really good underwater. I still took a lot of losses, and definitely if I wasn't building up a big force, or if I didn't have those sacrets there, or the cavalry, it would have been a lot harder to defeat them. So I think probably Therados is having a little bit of a difficult time expanding. I can see he hasn't been able to take many provinces, which is good for me. It gives me a little bit more breathing room. That means hopefully I can set up a fort in Typhon Sea or somewhere out here and start pumping out some armies to actually fight for the ocean a little bit. For Relay, I really have no idea where Relay is. Probably in the south somewhere. If Therados is in the north, I bet Relay is probably down in the south somewhere. As for expanding southward, I'll try to do that later. But there's just so many of these islands, and these islands are a little bit harder to get at because they all kind of connect with the land. But I'm going to try to push south as well and get a bridgehead to the southern ocean as well as the northern one. But just trying to do my best here. I don't think anyone on land can really push me. I mean, I'm still pretty strong in the ocean, but I think I'm going to have a tough time holding on any land territory. The only saving grace for me is there's so many little islands that it gives me a lot of breathing room to have some land territories without worrying about them getting taken very easily by some land power, because to get these, they're going to have to go through the ocean to get them, so it's pretty easy for me to hold it. Let's go to the next turn. Alright, this is turn 7, and we can see I got a messenger from Calum. He did offer me that turn. He rooting for Therados. Yeah, good luck. It seems like Therados is having an even worse time than me. He offered me to hold off on that province for 400 gold, and like a little cuck, I did pay him for that because, you know, I mean, not that I can even guarantee anything. He could just steal it from me. But as Pelagia, you kind of got to take what you can get in terms of diplomacy and really flex those diplomatic muscles, or economic muscles in this case, to get anything done. Let's see this battle. I really didn't have much trouble on land. You can see the algaemen really carried me. Turtle Tribe are just terrible. Like, Turtle Warriors are just garbage. But the algaemen, they really pushed hard and won this battle. Let's see here. So I didn't have any elementals researched yet. If I did have the small elementals, that would have made this expansion even easier. But you can see the algae men on their own are just really good expanding early game units. Like, they're just so good. They're pierce and blunt resistant, which is great against most indies. They have 2 pretty weak attacks, but that doesn't really matter. They're mindless, so they won't run away either. And just one mermage can easily lead a fairly decent expansion group of them. This one mermage has about 20 algae-men, and that's more than enough to help with expansion. I did lose quite a few of them. They're not that durable, but I mean, they're still pretty good. Main thing is they won't run away. Your turtle tribe, their morale's okay, but they will tend to run away if they start taking losses. The algae-men won't do that, which is great. Alright, not much else going on here. So I did have one expansion onto land, my first expansion onto land. In terms of where to build a fort, this would be an okay place. I might just have to take what I can get. I don't really like building forts within my cap circle, but you can see like basically everything here is in my cap circle. So I'm kind of limited on what's viable in terms of what's a coastal province, because I can only really get coastal provinces and actually get any benefit from them. And also where I can actually expand to, because a lot of these places I'm just not going to be able to get because someone else will get there for me, or I'm just not going to be able to defend it. I may build a fort on Windsong Forest just to kind of control this this path out into the ocean. At least if I can get a fort here, it'll make it harder for anyone to take it from me and block me out from getting into the ocean. So I probably will build something there, even though this province is not that great. It's more for just controlling this province and preventing it from being taken and allowing me to access the ocean. Either way, let's move on to the next turn. So not much going on here. I'm just moving some more forces up. Here I can start site searching with some of my mages. This guy's site searching here. This guy is going to move up. He's not really going to do anything. Oh yeah, my prophet Femboy Sora is going to be sitting sadly in his little pond for the rest of the game, it seems. But I don't know, just move him up here. And you can see here, I'm moving my scout forward a little bit. Where did he go? Oh, he's in here. So you can see Theranos is really not expanding much. I think next turn I move further into Theranos' territory, and you could see that he hasn't really gotten many provinces. As for Relay, I really don't know. I really should be recruiting more scouts, but I'm kind of preoccupied with getting a lot of these turtle tribe at the moment. You see, I'm just recruiting mermen and turtle tribes. Let's move on to the next turn, turn 8. Here we're on turn 8, and again, not much happened. I think this is where I actually get some vision on Theranos. Oh, I think I've actually forgot to move my scout last turn, so that's why I didn't get any, but maybe next turn I'll get some more vision on Theranos. Still, he's not expanded towards me yet, which is good. This is a very difficult province too. You can see a lot of Tritons, Sea Trolls, Krakens. That's a really hard province to break, so I understand why he hasn't pushed here yet. Not much here. Here you can see I'm attacking this island of Lindhor, and I'm going to try to loop around, go to Lindhor, go to Storms, and then go to Windsong Forest, and then also send another group to Storms to reinforce before I attack Windsong Forest. So that'll hopefully deal with Calum if he decides to renege on our deal and take Windsong Forest, or just give me a little bit more support, because again, turtle tribes tend to just die very quickly. And like I said, just getting lots of algae-men. Algae-men are such good expanders for Pelagia, on land I should say, so I really want to get as many of them as possible, even though I'm losing out some research. As I said, I should go over what I've been researching. I wanted to get Alteration first. I got Alteration 2. This is just to get some basic buff paths like Stone Skin, Enlarge, some other things like Quicken Self and Ice Shield, just to get a little bit more durability. This is also for my god. I was planning to teleport my god out, but when I noticed that I was in the pond, I'm going to have to kind of wait a little bit. But I can still teleport him somewhere once I research Thaumaturgy 4. Next, I want to get Conjuration 3. Conjuration 2 gives me Algae-men, which is useful. And Conjuration 3 will get me the small elementals, which is also quite good for expanding even more. And then after that, just rushing to Thaumaturgy 4, which accesses me Teleport. Teleport used to be Thaumaturgy 3, but I guess they figured that was too overpowered. And in my first video on this channel, I actually talked about rushing Thaumaturgy 3, which is really, really easy, and you could easily abuse that. It's a little bit harder to abuse at Thaumaturgy 4, but still very useful for me to teleport my god, so I'm going to definitely go for that. And also allow me to teleport some of my other mages a little bit later. Anybody with Astral 2, I can easily give them something like a Meteoric Iron Coin, and then get them teleport wherever they want. And then lastly, I'm just moving into Construction 2, Construction 3, to start building up some Shambler Skin armor and things like that. Alright, let's go to the next turn, turn 9. We'll see how this battle goes. Alright, here's turn 9, and you can see this battle was really not much of a problem at all. I did lose quite a lot of the Algemen, but they did okay at least. They did enough damage, and they dealt with this force here, so I was able to win. Let's take a look at the battle. The main point of the Algemen is, again, that they won't run away, and they can tank a lot of damage. So if they run in first, they can kind of, for example here, the cavalry charges. The cavalry runs right into the Algemen and gets stuck by them. They kill almost all of them, but that's fine, because then the Turtle Tribe can come by and clean up a little bit later. And you can see I have this Turtle Tribe here stay back and start throwing javelins. They have these coral tip, let's go to the coral tip javelins, which have a small poison effect. Now this poison is not going to be too relevant, but it is good to get the javelins off while I can. And again, the cavalry charge is totally negated by this big group of Algemen who are just going to suck up all their attacks. And you can see at least the Turtle Tribe here don't have too much of a problem. At least if they're not getting charged by a big group of cavalry, they can have a little bit of an easier time. The spears definitely help too. I lose all the Algemen, but it's not a big deal. I have another group going north to meet with them. And see more Algemen, continuously making Algemen. I also bought some mercenaries. I was hoping to use the mercenaries to help me expand on land, but I'll tell you right now that it doesn't really go that well. And you can see here, I'm going to have these two groups meet up together. This mermage with a few Algemen and some more Turtle Tribe. He's also going to start casting the elemental spell. I should get Conjuration 3 by turn 10. So that'll allow both these guys to spam the small elementals and also give a little bit more support in battle. You can see these guys are moving in. Not as many Algemen as I would like, but the addition of elementals will make the battles a little bit easier. And then turn 11 is where I actually fight in Windsong Forest, and that's the current turn. So I'll show that at the very end of this video. You can see just site searching, not really much going on. I can see Helheim here expanding a little bit to the south. What other nations I've seen? Nothing really else. Here I do have some more vision on Theridos, and you can see it seems like he's really had a hard time expanding. He's only got 1, 2, 3 provinces. Maybe he's got some more over here that I can't see, but I don't know. It seems like he's having a really rough time expanding. All right, and here was the turn 10. This is the last turn that I've saved up into the current game, the current turn that's live right now. You can see my mercenary battle really failed here. I just couldn't break this force of heavy infantry, which is too bad, but whatever, you know, kind of a waste of money. I see Calum is building up a fairly big force here, so I really hope he doesn't try to snipe Windsong Forest on me. I had sent him 400 gold before this, so I hope he doesn't renege on the deal. I have a fairly decent force moving in, but I think Turtle Tribe and some Algemen and some Elementals are going to have a hard time dealing with really any conceded effort to push them out by any kind of land nation. But here's Windsong Forest moving in. You can see I'm expanding a little bit. I can see that Theridos has expanded quite a bit. It seems like he's just avoiding some of these more difficult provinces, but I can see he's expanded to the south and east, so maybe his expansion is not as bad as I thought. Definitely, I think he's going to be more of an issue throughout the game. Relay, by this time, had actually stalled. He's stalled for, I believe, 2 turns so far. I'm not really sure if he's going to stall this turn, but he may actually just go AI, so I don't know if he'll even be a threat. So it may just end up being me and Theridos, which is still not great, because Theridos has a really easy time traveling over the land, so he can easily attack me in this pond, whereas I can't easily attack him out of the pond. While I do have some good defense against him, my Sacrets are pretty decent at fighting ghosts, and I do have a lot of astral magic and such to deal with ghosts, a lot of big priests as well to fight them. I have easy access to Holy Threes to just spam down and get some Holy Communions going to deal with his ghosts. Still not ideal to fight him. Either way, let's move on to the current turn. So you can see this is how it ended on turn 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces on turn 10. So really, really pathetic expansion, but you know, you kind of deal with the hand you're dealt when it comes to dominions, and this start is just abysmal for Pelagia. Like, if I was playing Oceania, this would be amazing, because I could take total advantage of my really powerful aquatic units without having to worry about getting attacked by other aquatic nations. But for Pelagia, you really want to be in the pelagic zone. I mean, it's right there in the name. You want to be out in the ocean, not in some little pond. Either way, let's go on to the current turn. This is the current turn that's live right now. And here we are in turn 11. So I can see that I was able to take Windsong Forest. And I also got a message from Helheim. So at least that gives me access to the ocean. But I see here that Theridos has finally expanded in Typhon Sea. Probably took Lake Eternal. So that really cuts off my ability to expand out here, which is a real shame. And I don't even know if I could fight him right here. If I can push out, maybe. But that's going to be pretty difficult. And I'm out of gems here too, so that's pretty rough. That's a big pain in the ass that I can't push out. Maybe I should just attack him. I'll have to think about it a little bit. Let's move my scout over. I really want to scout a little bit more of Therados' territory. I don't know if I should go south and check for Relay or keep checking about Therados. I think I will push south just to see if I can find Relay. Now, I don't know if he's still going to stall in this game. Geez, my income is terrible because I have no provinces around here. Let's actually take a look at these battles first. First of all, let's read the message from Helheim. Sharing information, Relay lies in the southwestern coast from this isle. Southwest. So he must be around here somewhere, I guess. So, I guess down here in the south. He must be around here. I bet he's not expanded much because he's stalled out for 2 turns now. And he may just go AI, or he may be forced to go AI by the server client. So, he may be less of an issue. Therados is going to be a problem. And the fact that he's in Typhon Sea is a big problem for me. I don't know if I should just attack him now or come to some peace deal. I don't think I can have a peace with him. I think I have to attack him, to be honest. I just don't really have much of an option because, like, I can't go anywhere otherwise. I have to get out in the ocean to be able to do anything. So I think I am going to actually push out. Let's share some of these gems. I'm pretty low on gems. We'll share these gems with this guy. Okay, can you share the gems with somebody, please? Like, be nice. Alright, you... God, I hate shuffling gems like this. Okay, shuffle the gems somebody. Okay. Bruh, I hate this. I hate trying to shuffle gems between commanders. It's so shitty. Okay, this force is really pathetic. I think what I'm going to have to do this guy is get him to spam Pull from the Grave. At least I have a priest here, which is good. I'm not even going to bother casting Blessing because there's no one to bless. Just have him sit there and cast the holy spells. That'll be fine. This force is going to be rough. I don't know if I should try to reinforce it first. Jeez, I wish I can get these guys out of here, though. This is such a pain. These guys are stuck here. Let's get them to keep preaching. I will have to send another force north. Let's see if I can get another small force going. Maybe I'll recruit another commander. Another Turtle Tribe commander. And let's get another priest to deal with Therados, hopefully. So, in the meantime, what I'm going to do... Did this guy search here already? No, he didn't. Let's get him to search for sites there. And I may just hold here for a minute and see what Therados does. If he attacks me, maybe I could attack him again. Or maybe I should just take him now, because this force is quite small. However, I don't really have anything to deal with ethereal units, so that's going to be a big issue for me. I don't know. I'll see about that. I think I might wait till I can get this out. Though it may be a problem if I wait too long, because Therados is getting pretty big. He must be this big now throughout this whole northern ocean. Meanwhile, I am like really pathetic in comparison. I don't think I can really compete that much. Okay, let's see if I can get any kind of units. Get wet ones. I really need some more provinces. Can I recruit wet ones underwater? I can. So maybe I'll recruit wet ones and use them to take another one of these little islands. Which island looks fairly weak? Elephants? No, that's no good. Having true slingers. Ichthyeids. Maybe I could take Ichthyeids. I don't know. So I do want to take some of these little places around here. Yeah, maybe I'll attack this Ichthyid province. Yeah, I don't know where else to go. Horse tribe, I'm not really sure. Wet ones are pretty terrible, but maybe they can take Ichthyeids. Let's see. Oh, 250. Fucking... Okay, let's drop some recruits a little bit, and we'll try to get these guys. Hopefully nobody recruits them, because I can't afford any more than, like, 6 gold above their higher rate. But we'll try that. Hopefully I can get them. That'll help me a little bit. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should use them to fight Therados. I don't know if that'll make a difference, but maybe. So let's just keep that as it is. Not really much else I can do this turn. Maybe I'll get some of these guys to summon More algamin. Let's get all these guys to summon algamin for now. We'll get a big force of algamin, and then we can have this guy, Hermus, move out with them in a turn or two. So I'm losing out a lot of research to summon algamin, but you know, I do need the forces. Like, I really can't cope with it on my own. And I'll give this guy a few gems because he'll go join that army a little bit later. Maybe that's too many. Let's do just 15. That's okay. So each of them can have 5 each. So we'll let these guys stay here for the time being. I don't know if I should try to attack Theridos because I won't be able to reinforce anything in the north for quite a while. So maybe I will hold off on that. And 30 units is not a lot, but they might be able to take out what I have here because I really don't have much. I have a lot of Turtle Tribe, but these guys against Ghosts are going to have a little bit of trouble. So I think I will end the turn here as it is. Maybe what I will do in the meantime, I'll have these guys... Can these guys site search? I guess they can't, right? Yeah, let's you guys site search a little bit. And I don't have any gold left, so I can't pump up the province defense here. But whatever, let's do that. I'm really desperate for money. Hopefully I can get some luck going forward, though I may end up just being crushed by Theridos. Looks like he's expanding. Unfortunately, I thought he was kind of fail spanding, but it looks like he's definitely doing way better than me, so that's going to be a problem. Either way, I'm going to end the turn here, and we'll see how things go. So the next upload I'll cover the next several turns. I don't know if I'll do as many turns as I did here, just because it's early game and not much happening, especially considering my start. Really nothing happening. But I'll consider how many turns to do in the next video. I might also talk about some other things in the game, things going on. Maybe I could try to get some kind of alliance with Helheim, so to avoid, I don't know, fighting too much for these provinces. If I could get, like, at least these two, that'd be great. You know, I'm not going to push too much. I can maybe make some kind of deal with Helheim. Maybe have a good alliance, not alliance, but a good relationship with Kalem as well. Just try to get good relations with all the land nations, because really I'm not going to be able to fight them. They're way more powerful than me, and I'm just going to get creamed if I try to do anything with them at all. Alright, so I'm going to end the video here, and I'll see you guys again next time. Goodbye, guys.